Though I am not Rush Limbaugh, I am Mel McGinnis behind the bright yellow microphone of the Sophie Scholl Society, not the golden EIB microphone of the Rush Limbaugh Show. But you're tuned in to Sophie Scholl Society, the society that talks about the two forbidden subjects, the subjects of religion and politics. For that's what Sophie Scholl and those associated with her did in distributing the White Rose, the leaflets that were sent throughout Nazi Germany, undermining the Nazi regime. And together they used theology, they used philosophy to engage politically in a society that lost its way. And here in the Sophie Scholl Society, we try to do like things when we discuss theology, philosophy, and how that affects things politically here in America. Well, you know what it was not too long ago. 9/11. 9/11, the day, quote, some people did something, according to leftist Muslim Ilhan Omar. Though later deleted, the New York Times tweeted out, 18 years have passed since airplanes took aim at the World Trade Center. What's with this effort by leftists in education, media, and politics bending over backwards to hide those who did the terror on that day of 9/11? Jihad-bent militant Muslims did it, but the left does everything in its power to hide that fact. Robert Spencer, the director of Jihad Watch, wrote, "The jihad threat can emanate from anywhere the Quran and Sunnah are preached and believed. But saying that in America 18 years after 9/11 won't result in any public consternation or calls for monitoring of mosques, it will only get you defamed as a racist and as an Islamophobe, to be dismissed and shunned by all decent people." Spencer continues when he writes, "Meanwhile, one imam in Georgia recently stated, there has not been another 9/11 attack in America because Islam is winning." Is Islam winning? A church in Michigan planned to hold an event called 9/11 Forgotten. Is Michigan surrendering to Islam? It was to feature a former Muslim addressing the topic of, quote, how the interfaith movement is sabotaging America and the church. And another person named Jim Simpson, who served in 3 presidential administrations, speaking on how Islam is destroying America from within. The executive director of CARE, Council of American Islamic Relations, called the conference by the church anti-Muslim bigotry. Now, for a former Muslim at a church to give an explanation of and provide exposure to the texts of violence commanded in the Quran is bigotry, according to CARE and the left. We don't hate Muslims, the pastor of the church said. We hate the ideology of Islam. And there's a huge difference between a Muslim, a person, and Islam, a religion. But the left does not want you to see this. There's even a greater difference between attacking a person and intelligently offering a critique of a religion. But the left blurs the two, pressuring the church. Leftist politicians sided with CARE and implored the church to call off the conference. The church capitulated and canceled it. Is Islam winning? A person later posted in response to this church calling it off, saying, Bloomfield Hills Baptist Church was to host 9/11 Forgotten? Is Michigan surrendering to Islam? Then the church canceled its own event. Well, the church answered its own question, didn't it? On the other hand, speaking on 9/11 with a backbone in his grief, Nicholas Harros, memorializing the death of his beloved mother, remarked, "Some people did something," said Ilhan Omar. "Today, I am here to respond to you. Exactly who did what to whom? Madam, objectively speaking, we know who and what was done. There is no uncertainty about that. Why your confusion? On that day, 19 Islamic terrorist members of Al-Qaeda killed over 3,000 people and caused billions of dollars in economic damage. Is that clear? But as to whom? I was attacked. Your relatives and friends were attacked. Our constitutional freedoms were attacked. Our nation's founding on Judeo-Christian principles were attacked. That's what some people did. Got that now? Show respect in honoring them, please. Can a grieving son on 9/11 tell the truth without the left shaming him as a bigot? We'll see. Now, this is the Sophie Scholl Society. What did the Sophie Scholl Society say about Islam when they were present in Nazi Germany in the 1940s? For that answer, you'll have to tune in next week. And, like Tony Kornheiser of Pardon the Interruption says, I'll try to do better the next time. Bye for now.